The 2025 Stanley Cup Final, Panthers vs. Oilers, a rematch for the ages. Two teams, each hungry for glory, meeting again on hockey's grandest stage. The echoes of last year's battles still lingered, fueling the fire for both sides. The series was tied 1-1 as Game 3 arrived in Sunrise, Florida. The tension was palpable, with both teams knowing how much this game could shape the series. The Amerant Bank Arena buzzed with anticipation. Every fan knew the stakes. The energy in the building was electric, a sea of jerseys and towels waving in unison. Each team had already stolen an overtime win on the road, making this game a true turning point. The series had been a chess match, with every move and countermove magnified. The winner would seize a crucial 2-1 series lead. Coaches huddled with their squads, emphasizing discipline and execution. Florida fans, still savoring last year's championship, roared for a repeat. Their passion filled the arena, hoping to witness history once again. The Oilers, led by Connor McDavid and Draisaitl, were determined to flip the script. Their eyes were set on redemption, eager to bring the cup back to Edmonton. It was offense versus defense, two elite teams, evenly matched. The Panthers' defensive wall clashed with the Oilers' relentless attack, each side refusing to give an inch. Every play mattered. The margin for error was razor thin. One mistake could swing the momentum, and every player felt the weight of the moment. Coaches demanded grit, and players were ready for war on ice. The physicality ramped up, with every check and block echoing through the arena. For Florida, a home win meant momentum. For Edmonton, a road victory could change everything. The stakes were enormous, with both teams desperate to tilt the series in their favor. The puck dropped, and the battle for the cup intensified. Every shift, every second, every shot was magnified under the playoff spotlight. Both teams had survived grueling playoff runs to reach this moment. Injuries, fatigue, and adversity had tested their resolve, but neither side would back down. The Panthers trusted their defense and Bobrovsky's brilliance. His saves had become legendary, inspiring confidence throughout the lineup. The Oilers relied on speed and skill to break through. McDavid's explosive rushes and Draisaitl's vision kept the Panthers on their heels. This wasn't just another game, it was a test of willpower. Every player knew that legacies could be defined by what happened next. The crowd sensed history in the making. The atmosphere was electric, with every fan living and breathing each moment. As the puck hit the ice, the fight for the championship was truly on. The intensity was unmatched, and neither team would yield. The journey had been long, but now, every second counted. The clock became the enemy, ticking away as dreams hung in the balance. Game 3 was underway, and the stakes had never been higher. In this pivotal clash, heroes would rise, and the path to the cup would be forever altered. The first period exploded with speed and intensity as both teams came out flying, eager to set the tone for the night. The energy in the building was electric, with every fan on the edge of their seat, anticipating the first big moment. Both teams attacked relentlessly, trading rushes up and down the ice, but defenses held strong, refusing to give an inch. Each possession felt like a battle, with players sacrificing their bodies to block shots and break up plays. Edmonton's McDavid and Draisaitl searched for space, but Florida's defense smothered them, closing gaps and forcing turnovers. Every time the Oilers' stars touched the puck, Panthers defenders were right there, making life difficult. The real stars? The goaltenders. Both Sergei Bobrovsky and Stuart Skinner were locked in from the opening whistle, reading plays and tracking pucks with laser focus. Sergei Bobrovsky was a wall for Florida, making key saves and keeping the Oilers off the board. His quick reflexes and calm under pressure gave his teammates confidence to push forward. Stuart Skinner matched him save for save, denying Florida's deep offense. He stood tall in the crease, turning aside every shot, no matter how dangerous. The highlight of the period came when Bobrovsky made a spectacular glove save on a point-blank Oilers chance, robbing them of a sure goal and igniting the crowd into a frenzy. Skinner answered with a quick pad stop on a deflected shot, showing off his lightning-fast reactions and keeping the game scoreless. The tension in the arena only grew with each save. Both goalies proved why they're among the league's best, putting on a clinic in positioning, anticipation, and poise under pressure. The period ended 0-0. Defensive chess, brilliant goaltending, and mounting tension. Every player knew that one mistake could be the difference. Neither team could break through, but the action was relentless. The pace never slowed, and every shift brought new chances and close calls. Every rush, every save, every hit raised the stakes. The physicality was intense, with players finishing checks and battling for every loose puck. The fans were treated to 20 minutes of playoff hockey at its finest, a showcase of skill, grit, and heart from both sides. The first goal felt monumental, but it would have to wait. Every missed chance only added to the drama as players looked skyward in frustration. The teams headed to the locker room, knowing the next period could define the game. Coaches gathered their squads, making adjustments and urging focus. The goaltenders had set the tone. This would be a battle of inches, where every save and every shot mattered more than ever. The stage was set for a dramatic second period, with both teams hungry to break the deadlock and seize control of the game. From the opening face-off, the game was a war of attrition, with both teams immediately setting a relentless pace. The tension in the air was palpable as every player on the ice knew the importance of gaining an early edge. Both teams finished every check, fighting for every loose puck. The boards rattled with every collision, and neither side was willing to give an inch. Florida's physical style, led by Brad Marchand, rattled the Oilers early. Marchand set the tone with his aggressive forechecking and willingness to get under the Oilers' skin, making his presence felt on every shift. Edmonton answered with their own toughness. Evander Kane and Jake Wallman threw big hits and blocked shots. The Oilers' commitment to physical play was clear as they sacrificed their bodies to keep the Panthers at bay. Every possession was a battle. Space was earned, not given. Players dug deep in the corners, fighting for every inch of ice, knowing that a single mistake could lead to a scoring chance. The Oilers tried to use McDavid's speed, but Florida's disciplined defense forced them wide. McDavid, usually able to slice through defenses, found himself constantly pressured and forced to the outside. The Panthers' aggressive forecheck created turnovers and kept the pace high. Their relentless pursuit of the puck made it difficult for Edmonton to break out cleanly or generate sustained offense. Scrums after the whistle showed the intensity boiling over. Tempers flared as players exchanged shoves and words, refusing to back down even after the play had stopped. The referees let them play, keeping the game fierce but fair. They allowed the physicality to continue, only stepping in when absolutely necessary, letting the players decide the outcome. The first period was pure playoff hockey, fast, physical, and passionate. Every shift was played at full throttle, with both teams pushing the limits of their endurance. Neither team backed down, setting the tone for the rest of the night. The message was clear. This was going to be a battle from start to finish, with no easy plays or shortcuts. The crowd fed off the energy, knowing every hit could change the game. Their roars echoed through Rogers Place, fueling the players and amplifying the electric atmosphere as the battle raged on. The second period began with the score still locked at 0. Florida pressed, cycling the puck deep and searching for a breakthrough. Edmonton's defense, anchored by Skinner, held firm until midway through the period. The Panthers broke through. A hard-point shot, a perfect deflection in front, and the puck slipped past Skinner. The arena erupted as Florida took a 1-0 lead. Energized, the Panthers dominated play, pinning Edmonton in their own zone. Bobrovsky stayed sharp, ready for any Oilers pushback. For Edmonton, giving up the first goal was a gut punch, but champions respond. McDavid and Draisaitl ramped up the pressure, attacking with speed. The game opened up, with both teams trading chances. The Panthers had momentum, but the Oilers were far from finished. The stage was set for a dramatic response. Florida's lead was short-lived. Edmonton answered within minutes, showcasing their explosive offense. McDavid blazed into the zone, drawing defenders and threading a perfect cross-ice pass. Evander Kane buried the one-timer before Bobrovsky could react. Game tied. 1-1. The Oilers' small but vocal fan section erupted. Edmonton's quick strike reminded everyone, no lead is safe against this team. The Panthers crowd fell silent, pressure shifting back to the home side. The Oilers' offense had found its rhythm, and the game was wide open. As the second period ended, the score was knotted at 1. Both teams had flexed their strengths, defense, then offense. The final period promised even more drama. Everything was up for grabs heading into the third. The third period began with the score tied and tension at its peak. Every play felt like it could decide the game, and the series led. Both teams tightened up defensively, clogging the neutral zone and forcing mistakes. Chances were rare. Every shot was contested, every pass pressured. Edmonton's speed threatened, but Bobrovsky stood tall. Florida's forecheck pinned the Oilers deep, wearing down their defense. Skinner made key saves to keep Edmonton alive. The game was a chess match. One mistake could be fatal. The crowd was electric, living and dying with every shift. Players battled for every inch, refusing to give ground. As the period wore on, the next goal felt inevitable and decisive. The entire arena held its breath, waiting for a hero to emerge. Midway through the third, the Oilers took a costly penalty. Florida's power play took the ice, sensing a golden opportunity. Crisp passing and patient puck movement kept Edmonton's penalty killers scrambling. The Panthers probed for an opening, refusing to rush. Then a flurry of quick passes, side of the net to the high slot, then across to the circle. A lightning-fast shot beat Skinner before he could react. The arena erupted as Florida took a 2-1 lead. The power play goal was a masterpiece of timing and teamwork. The Panthers celebrated, knowing they'd seized the moment. For Edmonton, it was a crushing blow after so much disciplined play. Now, with time slipping away, the Oilers faced a desperate climb. Florida's depth and execution had delivered at the perfect time. The cup was within reach, but the Oilers weren't done yet. Down 2-1, Edmonton pulled Skinner for an extra attacker in the final minutes. The Oilers swarmed the Panthers zone, firing shot after shot. Florida's defenders blocked everything, sacrificing their bodies to protect the lead. Bobrovsky was unflappable, making clutch saves through heavy traffic. The crowd was deafening, urging the Panthers to hold on. Edmonton's stars, McDavid, Draisaitl, threw everything at the net. Each chance was denied, either by a stick, a body, or Bobrovsky's glove. The final seconds ticked away. Florida cleared the puck. The horn sounded. Panthers win 2-1. Players mobbed Bobrovsky, celebrating a massive victory. They had survived Edmonton's furious push and taken control of the series. Game 3 belonged to Florida. Florida's 2-1 win gave them a 2-1 series lead in the Stanley Cup Final. The Panthers were now just 2 wins from back-to-back championships. Their defense and timely scoring had overcome Edmonton's firepower. Bobrovsky was the hero, shutting the door in the final minutes. For Edmonton, it was a bitter loss. One power play goal the difference. Now Game 4 looms as a must-win for the Oilers. The pressure is on: solve Bobrovsky or face elimination. The Panthers can take a commanding lead at home. The Oilers must dig deep to keep their cup dreams alive. The stage is set for another epic battle. Game 4 is Thursday, June 12th in Florida. The hockey world will be watching. This rematch is far from over. The Stanley Cup Final drama continues.